Porsche 911s are usually super expensive, but there's one model that you can get for a bargain, and that's the 996. I think they're at such a good price point right now, and they're sort of like starting to climb, that this is the right point to get one. I think it's that much the point to get one that I decided to get mine myself. So here it is, my 996 911 from 1998. It's an old car by now, and this example especially has a little bit of a history, as most of these cars have today. It started its life in France with a sort of very low spec, but one of the things it actually had is a limited slip diff. And that, I guess, was the start from what this car came to be. So I just picked it up yesterday actually, but it has a couple of tweaks. We'll go through them later, but this car has become a platform for people over time that really cared about it, and that has been taking care of it. Especially the guy I bought it from, Jacob, who started sort of this car bidding site called Bidders Highway. This was the first car they ever sold, and I was the first buyer. I got a really good deal on it. So I got it for just under 20,000 euros. That's like less than a Golf GTI. A lot less if you're buying a new one. And this car, this example, actually had its engine breakdown, because it has the M96 dreaded engine with the IMS bearing and all that, but it had its engine breakdown at 120,000 kilometers, not actually due to the IMS bearing, but Porsche then replaced it with a semi-used engine, so it right now has around 40,000 kilometers on the engine. But there's a lot of other things that usually then sort of, I wouldn't say it breaks down, but it tears on these cars. But if you find a good example, or if you spend the money, you can get so much for your cash. So this example has a couple of very interesting tweaks. Let me show you. First and foremost, we can start with the wheels. It has the OZ super lightweight wheels. I would say it's a lot nicer than maybe the OEMs. Sits a little bit more further out, and I think they look great on the car. What we also have actually inside here are the Öhlins coilovers, the road and track setup. So that's why you can see why it sits so low. You can't really get your hand underneath here, but it sits really good, and it rides nice, and I think actually it kind of looks quite okay, even though it has the headlights that you guys always hate. It also has a new exhaust, kind of like all of these a little bit older cars. The mufflers on the side, they wear and they break, they rust basically, so they are replaced. Not sure with what, but it sounds really good. It has the stock manifolds and the stock sort of cats and cross pipes, so we might switch that out. Taking a look at inside, sort of reveals that this car is not stock. It has these really nice seats, the bucket seats from the GT3. These are not stock, even though they are actually carbon. And they've seen some better days. You can kind of see that it's loosening up here, but we'll take care of that. It also has the 6-point harness from OMP, really good. And it has a roll cage, so the half cage from Heiko, super nice stuff as well. And steering wheel wise, it has the Momo cup. I do not think it's the Momo Mod 7. I was told it's the cup wheel. I'm not sure what the difference are, but it's super nice, tiny or narrow or small, and gives a great steering feeling. The shifter, it also has a short shift from the GT3 or even the GT3 RS, which is amazingly nice on these cars. But as any old car, it comes with some quirks. So the sunroof has not been opened in plenty of years, so the seller told me to maybe not open it. It might leak in water. There's no lining in the roof for the sunroof. Got to take care of that. There are some scuffs in the back. It has the like park control stuff down here, which are super ugly. They are starting to also lose a little bit of the color. We have the same on the handles, and in the front bumper we have a big dent from someone backing into it. There's no fault in the actual bumper, it just needs to go to the body shop for some fresh paint. So there's some little quirks here and there to take care of. Overall, the car drives amazing, especially for its age. So it's going to be a little bit of a project. Technically, it's perfect. It has the right dampers, gives it much more of a modern feel. It has nice wheels. The interior technically is great, but I will most likely get some leather door cards. So these ones, there are vinyl on this. The same with the dash. We're gonna reupholster the seats. So most likely we're getting the Pepita fabrics from Gary, who did the Pepitas for my Spider, as well as you potentially see in the video where I show how to upholster them. And we're gonna do some small things as well, but especially this one is going to the track. Partly I'm gonna try to get my girlfriend to take a step out on the track and enjoy driving, but mainly it's going to be for me and my brother to have some fun. If you are looking to get a nice example of these ones, get something that's technically nice, that like the mechanics of it is really, really good, and get one with that manual gearbox. I promise you, if you get one of these for, I would say this one is really, really cheap, but if you get one of these for like 25,000-30,000 euros, you're looking into so many loves and such a great time. And don't be afraid about the engine and the IMS bearings. Most of these cars either had sort of like a failure, I wouldn't say happening to them, but you're either seeing that and they are replaced, or the engines will just keep going. So, and it's not an expensive change. It's like 7,006, so around 700 euros. If you look at that number, it's like a pair of tires. So hopefully you'll see more of this, and the first thing we're gonna do is give it a proper wash, because there was a cat running on it this night and it needs a lot of a little bit of a love. It's gotten all its love on the mechanical side. Now we're just gonna give it some more love on the interior and the exterior, get it to look as nice as it drives, because this one, do I dare say, it drives better than my Spider, which is more than 5 times the price. So until I'll see you next time, have a good time and go get yourself a 996 before they're just as expensive as the 997, 991s, and we won't even talk about the 964s. I think they just started to raise in value, but you can still get a really nice example for a very reasonable amount of cash. Thank you for watching Wheels and Toys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. And by the way, if you are looking to buy or sell one of these cars in Sweden, you should look up Bidders Highway. They were super nice to deal with, very talented team, and it's the Swedish version of Bring a Trailer. Have a look.